It is Christmas here in Florence. Christmas morning, a little past 7:30 a.m. We just walked about half an hour from our hotel near the Duomo. We crossed the Arno River. This side of Florence is called the Arno, or the Alt Arno, because it's the other side of the Arno. So we got across, walked through neighborhood. We had to walk up many, many steps. Some of the steps are not visible because that tree's covering it. So just quite a climb, especially for pregnant Caroline, but our hope is that we get some pretty sunrise shots of the city of Florence from the Piazzale Michelangelo. Just got done at the Piazzale Michelangelo. Snapped a few sunset shots. Now we're walking down these steps again. And these are not the only steps. There's another flight of steps. Might even be longer after we get down these. Now we're heading back to the hotel. Hopefully to get some of that wonderful breakfast buffet that they provide for big Americans like myself. I kid you not, I don't think I saw as many Americans on this trip as I saw at the breakfast buffet yesterday around the bacon and eggs. So, well, I guess these aren't really steps so much. Those are steps over there. This is more of a walkway, if you will, or maybe these are giant steps. And so, heading back to the hotel. See you later.
On our way back to our hotel, we obviously crossed the Arno River again, took in our last views of the Ponte Vecchio and the Arno River itself. Obviously, Florence was very quiet at this time. Like many places in the Western world, most people are spending Christmas morning with their families in their homes, so it was very quiet, very lovely, quite a contrast volume-wise to the past few days here in Florence, when wherever we went, it was crowded. Not so Christmas morning. This was great, but one unfortunate thing happened somewhere along the way this morning, and that is that I lost my hat. In the vlogs for the previous 4 days, you've seen me wear this hat. I really liked it, actually. Caroline got it for me for my 30th birthday. But somewhere along the way this morning, and I suspect it was on our way up to the Piazzale Michelangelo, my hat fell off my head. I was wearing it over my big old parka jacket. That was probably a mistake. So right now my hat is somewhere in Florence, probably picked up by somebody and being worn by someone in Florence right now. So yeah, that happened. We got back to our hotel, packed up, said goodbye to our lovely room, and then caught a cab to the Hertz rental car. We originally reserved a little Fiat, but we got upgraded to a Jeep, which was a larger vehicle and very welcome. Now I'm going to hand it over to myself to tell you our plan for the day.
All right, so we just picked up the rental car from the Hertz dealership in Florence. We are going to drive through Chianti on the way to Siena, which is where we're staying tonight. We're planning on just hitting up a few little towns in and around the Chianti region, kind of southeast of Florence. The first little town we're going to visit is called Grissina. Very small town, but supposedly, very pretty, very scenic. So, yeah, we'll see you there. Man, we just went through about 20 minutes of stop and go traffic. Now we're at the toll booth here. We we got this ticket at a previous toll booth. Now I think we gotta give them this ticket back because it tells them how far we went and pay the toll. So on the Italian freeway, headed to the little town, I wouldn't even call it a town, village maybe, of Gracina. So, see you there. Here.
Introdurre il denaro alla tessera. Prego attendere, validazione in corso. Ritirare la tessera. Arrivederci.
Traffic mayhem, toll road. Now we're on our merry way again. Well, we made it to Gracina, cute little town off the 222 village, what have you. Right now we're parked right in front of this church, free parking. I believe this is the Church of San Michele. It's very cute. Looks like it's got an ancient facade or something. But it looks like they have half the building looks a bit more modern. So, this was right off the route, the 222. The parking lot was right here. So extremely accessible, parking's free, at least for about an hour. It's Christmas Day. Not sure if the church is open or not. But even if it's not, it's very pretty, and it's very easily accessible. Right off the state, off the 222 here in Gracina. A bell tower up there. It's like an old kind of Celtic type cross. Here we have the nativity scene to commemorate Christmas season. This little baby Jesus. So, and here's the rest of the town. Gracina. It's very beautiful. It's actually quite warm here on Christmas Day here in town of Gracina, from the Church of San Michele in Tuscany. So, not sure if there's too much else to do in Gracina other than look at this church and take a few pics. So that's what we're going to do now, and I'll probably see you back on the road. Bye-bye. In Chianti, not much here except this Christmas tree and this plaza. I could be wrong though. There's this kind of nice map here, Strada in Chianti, Comune di Greve in Chianti. So it looks like this is a map of the whole region to Florence, Firenze. Looks like we're somewhere around here. Now we're gonna get back on the road. This 222, very scenic, which is what we're taking to Siena. We're gonna head back down, get back in our little rented Jeep, and get back on the road.
For 300 meters, turn left onto Strada Rettimo.
Just parked in Chiocchio. Gonna take a few pictures here of the beautiful green landscape. Wow, that is very pretty. This Christmas morning. Tuscany. Just taking this all in. Just a little dog friend. Greve di Chianti. Spotted this small castle looking structure. Decided to park, take a few pictures, park in this parking lot. Easily accessible. Map here. Greve and Chianti. Wow, I'd be impressed if they have every single building in the town on this map. It's amazing. Let's see, is this a castle or a church? Not sure. Guess I'll never know unless I Google it later. Anyway, we're gonna hop back in the car to walk back to the bigger castle that's outside of Greve and Chianti. See you there. So Greve and Chianti itself didn't have too much to offer us, so thanks to TripAdvisor, we found out that the main attraction in the area is actually this castle here at Monte Fiorali. So we're gonna walk inside on the cobblestone path and see what this castle is all about. Kind of got the cute cobblestone path. Town is completely deserted. Oh, maybe not deserted. People are probably just inside. Oh gosh, that is quite the bell. Very pretty, this whole stone castle. It's very pretty. A very pretty place to get some lunch or something down there. This is a very cute town. It's very cute. Kind of exploring down here. It's like a magnificent view. Very beautiful. Just very pretty there. Pretty landscape. It's a very beautiful, calm Christmas afternoon here. The castle of Montefiorali, just outside the city of Greve in Chianti. The only sound that we can really hear is that of a dog. Ah, there's a vehicle. The only souls around. So we're gonna just make the circle around the castle and get back in our car. Ah, there's a little kitty cat. Oh, don't be scared. It's just us. Hiding in his plants. Hi. Hi. Don't be scared. Oh. Whoever lives here is very, very lucky. So peaceful. There's no cars along. There's no cars allowed along this cobblestone road. I believe that everyone in the town probably parks their car in that parking lot that we parked in. Or something similar, I would guess. Little house up there with a fire going. It is so quiet here. It's incredibly quiet. Here we are back at our car. Wow, what a view. Ciao, Montefiorale. Hiking up a hill in Panzano now. It's almost 4 p.m. Sunset's in about 45 minutes, so we're making shorter stops so we can get to where we're staying tonight in Siena. Hopefully not too much long after sunset. So we passed this view in Panzano on the 222 and excited to get some views of this landscape. It's very pretty. The sun will be setting over those hills within the hour. I'm sure it'll be very beautiful here then. Arrived in Monteriggioni. It's a walled city. You can see some of the walls up there. Caroline's tired, so she's staying in the car. But I'm gonna go and check it out. Yeah, back in Strada and Chianti, a little bit of a scare. So it was an intersection, right? We were pulling out of the parking lot. Little plaza we stopped in at for a few minutes and you know, I got to the intersection first. Everyone had a stop sign. I stopped, and as soon as I could go, right? But the other fellow at the intersection didn't stop at his stop sign. So it's very terrifying, especially for Caroline, because he would have struck her car on her side. So, but thankfully we avoided a collision. So, word of the wise, in Italy, not everybody respects stop signs. So, all right, here's a town wall, Monteriggioni, but I have to use one of these first. So, I'm gonna go do my business, then I'll see you inside Monteriggioni. Back from my business, I'm gonna pass through the walls of Monteriggioni now. Looks like we can't walk on the walls today. Aw, what a cool Christmas tree. It's very nice. Looks like a restaurant. So at least something is open on Christmas Day. Well, we just walked through the whole town. Took less than 4 minutes. These steps here are very slippery, so if you come here, oh, what a beautiful view.
So after I took in that wonderful dusk light in Monteregione, which really was just a beautiful little town where families were heading into church for Christmas Mass, after leaving there, we headed off to our final stop of the day, where we would spend the night, Siena. And as we drove into Siena, we were starving and praying that something good would be open for Christmas dinner. And the Lord answered our prayers, because we found this restaurant called Camolia in Siena. This restaurant was about 10 minutes from an Airbnb outside the Siena city walls, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was so good. We got steak, which was delicious, beans, which were so simple but so delicious. We also got this amazing pasta called pici pasta, which is basically like hand-rolled spaghetti, fat hand-rolled spaghetti. This kind of pasta actually originated in Siena, and wow, they do it right there. We also got some dessert. I mean, hey, it was Christmas, what the heck, right? This meal was amazing. Then we headed over to our Airbnb. The link to the Airbnb we stayed at is in the description below, and I will hand it over to myself to tell you more about our Airbnb and give you a little tour of where we spent Christmas night.
So we just got back from a lovely home-style dinner in Siena, and now we're settling in at our lodging for the night, the Antica Fonte Residenza de Siena. So we already checked in over there at reception. It's Christmas night here in Siena. Not too cold, actually. And don't get me wrong, it's chilly outside, but the weather actually reminds me a lot of Southern California, where we live. So we have our own apartment to ourselves. The proprietor here is a lovely older man. He was very sweet when he welcomed us when he arrived a couple hours ago. He seems very proud of his property here, and he should be. It's very cute. Can't wait to get a good look at it in the morning. So we have apartment number 2 here. Looks like we have a little table and chairs, and it looks like it's a pretty view, perhaps of Siena in the morning, but here we are, apartment 2. Welcome. And when the owner was showing us around, he was very proud of this. Gave us a little welcome packet full of goodies and yummies, probably about 10,000 calories in there. Also tea and coffee. There's a washing machine down here. Haven't quite figured out the dryer situation yet, but we got a television set, a range, table, a little Christmas decor. Look at that wreath, very lovely. And then we have, of course, the bathroom. Basic, but that's really all you need when you're staying someplace one night. And of course, here's our bedroom. It's very comfy and warm. So we're excited to be here for a one-night stay in Siena, and we're probably gonna call it a night. It's Christmas night. We're pretty tired because we drove all the way from Florence here to Siena and made several stops along the way throughout the Route 222 through Tuscany. So we're probably gonna knock out, maybe watch some shows. I'm gonna Skype my family, and we may Skype Caroline's family as well. So Merry Christmas and good night.